Hey, you. Yes, you. The one chasing a dream, searching for that spark, or just trying to feel something real today. This video is for you to remind you that inspiration is everywhere. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hey, I'm Kelandri, and if not, welcome back. Welcome to another episode of my new series, Getting Inspired, where we explore places that spark creativity. Today, we are tackling two places, Byrdland Records and the Ford Theater. First stop, Byrdland Records, right here in Washington, D.C., where we are stepping into a space that blends music, history, culture, and creativity. This is more than just a record store. It's a space for music lovers and artists alike. It was named from the jazz legend Charlie Byrd and the classic Gibson Byrdland guitar. This spot holds a deep love for sound, storytelling, and soul. What I love about spaces like this is how you can feel the intention behind it. Each record is a time capsule, a sound from a specific moment, a feeling pressed into vinyl, together next to a plethora of other humans who dared to dream. And when you're an artist, especially a singer or a songwriter, this kind of environment reminds you why you started in the first place. Whether it's classic soul, rare grooves, jazz, funk, or experimental sounds, you hear stories that were made, communities that existed, and boundaries that were pushed before algorithms decided what's popular. And honestly, that's what's inspiring. Byrdland reminds us that art doesn't have to follow trends to be powerful. It just has to be honest, real, raw. Some of the biggest vocal influences are right here on these shelves. Ray Charles, Gladys Knight, Bob Marley, Motown, Billie Holiday, Etta Jones, B.B. King, and a ton more. Inspiration doesn't always come from big moments. Sometimes it's found in dust-covered records or rustic shelves dressed as a blast from the past, in a lyric you forgot existed, in music you never knew you needed to hear, in dim rooms where no one claps but your heart does, from voices you've never heard but somehow understood. It comes from the walls of old facilities turned into studios and is trapped inside a loop, a beat you've never heard, or you've heard 1,000 times but never fully listened to. Byrdland reminds you that music isn't just entertainment. It's a living archive of human expression. There's just something about listening to a vinyl. The way the paper crinkles when you take it out of the plastic. You know how cool and smooth it feels as you hold it to the edges carefully so you don't touch the grooves? You kind of just sit with it and you listen. It's something calming about it. Something I imagine myself back in an era where long flowy dresses were a staple, where I rocked a pin-up hairdo like Lena Horne or Eartha Kitt And in my home, I had a parlor, which back in the 30s and 40s was a room used for entertaining guests, and often where radios or pianos lived. But I imagine this being my favorite place, my sacred place, my safe space. As you're watching this, I want to ask a few things. Let's take a moment to reflect. When was the last time you really listened to music? And not just in the background, but with intention. What kind of music shaped you? What sounds bring you back to yourself? Have you given yourself space to be inspired lately without judgment or pressure to produce something perfect? I challenge you to find that space. Whether it's a record shop, a park, a library, or even just the comfort of your own room, let yourself be poured into. Which brings me, us, to the next spot, the Forward Theater. Located in Washington, D.C., it's most famously known as the place where President Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. But beyond that one tragic night, it's also a place where performance, history, and legacy meet on the same stage. Originally built as a Baptist church in the 1830s, the building was turned into a theater by John Ford in the 1860s. It quickly became one of the most popular entertainment venues in the capital, hosting plays, operas, and lectures. After Lincoln's death, the U.S. government took control of the building. For a time, it was closed to the public and used as an office space, even serving as a warehouse and records building. Decades later, the building was restored and reopened, and not just as a museum, but as a working theater once more. The play I went to go see was Sister Act. And for those who don't know, Sister Act is a 1992 musical comedy classic starring the iconic Whoopi Goldberg as Dolores, a bold, soulful lounge singer who unexpectedly finds sanctuary in the last place she'd ever expect, a convent. She was put into witness protection and she was disguised as a nun. But anyway, what starts out as chaos turns into a heartwarming transformation. Not just for Dolores, but for the entire church. It was all about the power of music, unexpected sisterhood, and staying true to yourself. Shout out to all the cast members. They were amazing. So, what spaces have you never been to, but deeply feel connected to as an artist? If your art could live in a space full of legacy, what would you want it to say? How can you use your own voice to tell stories that outlive trends and maybe even time? When was the last time a performance or even a setting lit a spark in you? What did you do with it? What stage do you dream of standing on? Even if it's just a corner of your own room, I dare you to be honest, dig deep, to let your truth spill out, even if it shakes. Because that's where the real art lives.